Hello YouTube fans, I get ready for this movie. Movie, 1981, sort of a slasher, sort of an horror film called Bloody Moon, more like Bloody Awful if you ask me. I remember reviewing this film before and yep, it's a review and it's a rant. It's bloody awful, end of rant. I both have got to review it anyway, so I'm going to review it and rant on this one. Because this one, it should be called Bloody Moon. It should be called Bloody Moon. It should be called Bloody Awful. Back in the day when it did get released on video, yep, just like some of the films in the early 80s, it became a video nasty. It wasn't taken off the shelf like Spit His Mouth on Was and the number sections what they did back then. But I do remember when they did re-release it the second time on VHS, it was every cut, as well as one scene which I'm going to get to, which, to be open and honest, is the only best bit in the film. You can now get it probably online and other ways of getting it in its tat, meaning uncut, but don't expect a masterpiece. If you're into blood and gore, or you're curious of every video nasties that were around back in that golden era, if it's out of curiosity, fair enough, but remind what I just said, don't expect a masterpiece. If I remember rightly, the film's based on Geese. It's some sort of film. Again, the dubbing's not the best, because it is a dubbed film. And you've got these young girls, and they're all wanting to learn the language of the country they've gone to. And they all get bunked off in some really good, gory death. But again, you're not going to get Oscar-worthy acting in this type of film. Definitely not. So at first, it's kind of funny because it's the early 80s, but when you hear the disco music, it sounds like something you hear in the 70s. You know, something called Sepik, 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 and this other bit of music. I'm not going to try to sing it. It sounds awful. Me trying to sing it does not do it any justice, but there's no justice because it sounds awful any which way. So we've got this scene, we've got the moon, and you've got this guy staring at this girl. I mean, it's his eye tander, but as she says for me, stop staring at me, I'm your sister. There you go. And there's some incest in this film. Now, granted, it's not as too much in your face, but it's a bit where he's trying to bang his sister. But again, incest, it doesn't go that route all the way through, thank goodness. So this guy's burnt up on one side of his face, one likes his sister. Too much love there for family viewing. And it never explains why he's burnt on one side of the face. I'm not sure whether the director saw the burning or he saw another film in that era, but it doesn't tell you why he's got a burn on his face. Only for the fucking film, it does not tell you, the audience, why he's got this burn on one side of his fucking face. I don't know. The director doesn't tell you neither. And she's pushing her auntie about using a wheelchair. And this guy's a copy, if you're told. If you ever remember a movie called Bay of Blood, reminds me a bit of that, but to be open and honest, A Bay of Blood is a better film. So get the story started in that disco, and the burnt guy, the guy who likes his sister, I'll just say that in a funny way, puts a Mickey Mouse mask on. Says a lot, doesn't it? He puts a fucking Mickey Mouse mask on. And he's having it away with this girl. This girl thinks it's a boyfriend. He pulls the mask off by accident. She screams hysterical. He goes to Lara and stabs her to death. Now, this being the uncut one, there's usually a bit more door in it. And whatever it do, it reminds me of how can I put it? It reminds me of My Bloody Father Time. You can tell which bits was cut out, because the bits where it gets really good gory bits, the picture's deteriorated a little bit. I'm also a sucker for that, because it's that, that old stew feel. But again, the acting is horrendous. The dubbing is fucking terrible, and the plot is fucking dumb, and the killer is fucking dumb, and the expense, what fucking expense? So you've got ideas a couple of days later, doesn't tell you fuck all there. And he's come out of this place because he had mental problems for killing that girl, and they're on a train, and the acting is terrible. The girl, she tops the staff, and the sister thinks that he's done it in. Oh no, you've killed her. That's the acting, by the way. I'm not even overdoing that. Why are you staring at? I only stopped my staff. Why are you staring at me like that? Are you all weird? Seriously, I'm not even overdoing it. That is the acting in this fucking film. That's how bad the acting is. And you've got these other girls in it, and these girls, are the most dumbest fuckers going. And I'll go you right, and the killer's fucking dumb. So all the way through the film, you think it's going to be the bluffer, the one with the burnt side of his face. You think it's him. Barely talks, looks dead serious. That's how he stares all the way through the film. Barely talks, just that. No bits of talking here and there, he's trying to bang his sister, but all the way through it. Right. And the first death scene is hilarious. Now, I do know originally this was cut because a lot of censors back in the UK felt strong of seeing a woman getting stabbed in the breast, and you do see that in the uncut one. This killer's going to kill the main character, Dale, but doesn't. A mate walks in, wants to put some top on, because he wants to shag a boyfriend. Dab, 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 dab. The killer must be a bit like me, get pissed off over the dabbing, because the voice is irritating and the dubbing doesn't do it no justice. So he gets a knife, stabs it in the back, stabs it in the breast, graphically, because it's the uncut one, you do see the knife going into the breast. The girl sees the body, she runs out to go with mates, and the body disappears, and they all think she's Dougalala. We all know she's been murdered. But I'm thinking, why would the killer do that? Just get the fuck out of the room. Unless he's aiming to kill the other girl and all, I don't fucking know. This film just fucks my brain. You do see the body afterwards, the aftermath, so she's all in a plastic bag with a total hanger stuck on the neck. Not a dory scene. I'll give it that. It's definitely an early 80s film, you know what I mean? That sort of door. And you do get this music all the way through. And the music started done. It goes, doo, 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 doo. I'm not going to do the rest. And this lad fancies the one that's Richard's the mate getting killed. And the sister uses a snake called Medusa. Get it? Medusa. And the lad sees the snake, cuts its head off, and she thinks it's that lad's the murderer. When he ain't. And all the way through the film, it's making you think it's him with the star on, and they've got this cheat shot teaching people the language. Let's cut the story short. The one girl, Diana, she gets burnt with a blowtorch. That a dory scene. But again, because it's an uncut one, you're just going into it for the door. That's all you're going into this film for, the door. Now I get to the bit what was one of the most well-known bits with it, which definitely sums up the film, because the original art cover of the film was a picture with this, you know, them saws that go around and they cut wood, and you put them in a machine and it cuts wood for you. It's one of them with a girl's face like that, and the saw like that with fake blood going down, and that is what the film looks like. So you know, it's murders after murders, and I say we get to the best bit, the bit with the saw scene. Like I say, you got a picture of a girl, fake blood, one of them saws cuts the wood and face like this. That's what happens is in the actual uncut, well, it's always like the cut scene that people remember. The scene where this does pretending to make out with a boyfriend, the mates see what she's doing, they're laughing, you see the after shots of that body in the plastic bag. Then she meets this guy out of nowhere. You don't see the guy, you're assuming it's the one with the face. And this shows how stupid this girl is. Really, it's not the weapon what kills her, it's the stupidity what kills her, because this girl doesn't know this guy, and I don't know, she's kinky, I don't know, she's stupid. He allows her, you don't see him at all, you don't see the face or anything, she allows the person to tie her up, and he does, and he puts her on this machine with one of them saws cut through wood. She's panicking, this lad comes out of nowhere, this little kid. I find this funny because this scene originally was every cut, I'm on about the uncut one anyway, and he turns the machine off, kicks the killer. You only see the leg, because again, don't see the killer. He puts the machine back on. Now, in the cut one, you don't see the head getting, you know what I mean? But on the uncut one, you do see the head. You can definitely see it's a mannequin. You see the head, it goes that. The saw cuts her head off, blood and tire skirts all over the face of her head. But I thought it was funny, that scene was definitely cut, but this bit was shown uncut. But again, I'm on about the uncut one, definitely graphic. That's the only best bit. The only best bit is the dory bit. So you heard a noise then. I've just been doing something on my computer. So you heard a that's my computer doing something. Anyway, I was about to say, before I was erupted by a machine, that's the best bit in the film. Then he gets in the car, runs over the kid, splatters him. That bit's okay, but a woman getting her head cut off, that's a no-no. But that's the only best bit. The only best bit. So all the way through the film, he's starting to convince people that there's a killer. and he's killing people. If it's the one who she fancies, it's not. Then to find somebody, a mate gets murdered, by the way. She gets strangled by the stroke thing again, a bit cut down. This one so's uncut. And she goes to this she goes to this she puts a knockout jug, and it turns out, ready for this is what I mean by it's a bit similar to Bay of Blood. It turns out this guy who's teaching people foreign language, he's the killer, and the sister has something to do with it, and they're both trying to get the land. But this is how stupid this killer is, because he puts a tape retarding on, threatening to kill her. And he comes in, he admits what he's done. You see all the aftershots of the bodies. The brother over this, he knows that he's being used. She cuts her hubby in half with a chainsaw, very nice. She knows to do the tip of Dob shut, or she'll be the next one to get killed. A brother comes in, he got stabbed in the neck. He strangles his sister to death. He dies. She holds her arms to her hubby. End of fucking movie. If you got confused halfway there, I do apologise. But this film sucks. This film, the acting, the dubbing, everything about this film sucks. The best bit, the bit where the dude gets their head cut off. If you want to see it uncut, you can find it uncut. Originally, it was on YouTube. I don't know if it still is now, where it does show everything, all the chat, uncut. But like I say, if you're going into it for a masterpiece, you're going to be disappointed. Going into it for amazing dubbing, you're going to be disappointed. If you didn't do every correct in every murder film, every film that was a video nasty, in that era of video nasty era, then you're definitely going to get what you want, but don't expect a masterpiece. I'll give it a 1 because I do like the head getting cut off. I'm happy to see it uncut now, but it's not because I'm sapped in my team, so that's the only exciting bit in it. Other than that, that was Bloody Moon, which I like to go bloody awful. See you later.